Hi, and welcome to my channel. Or if you're a returning subscriber, hi again! It's so nice to see you back here for another video. My name's Tess Lark, and I hope you're all having an amazing day today. This is an art and beauty channel, so if those are videos you're interested in, make sure you're subscribed because I'm here for you every single week. And this week, I'm going to be showing you how to make this really pretty botanical tray using epoxy resin and alcohol ink and some real pressed flowers. As always, I will have all the materials that I use for this project linked down below in the description. So if anybody's interested in trying this project for themselves, all of that information will be down there for you. As always, if you do like this video, please don't forget to give it a like. It not only helps out my channel a whole lot, but it also lets me know that I'm making content that you want to see from me. All right, let's craft. I'm starting this project by mixing up 50 milliliters of resin, so I'll be using 25 milliliters of resin and 25 milliliters of hardener. These trays take about 150 milliliters of resin to fill up all the way, but I'll be starting by pouring a small layer or a thin layer of clear resin to create a window so you can see those flowers. After I've mixed my resin, I'll go ahead and hit it with my heat gun to pop any bubbles that have risen to the surface. And the next step will be pouring my resin in, and I like to pour it from a kind of high, thin stream, again because this helps pop any bubbles on the way down. So I'm just filling up my base here, trying to make sure that things are even, and once again hitting that with my heat gun, making sure that I get all of those little bubbles. And the next step will be to place my flowers. And when I'm placing the flowers into my container, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that they're facing down, so the back of the flowers is towards me. And that's just going to make it so when I take this out of the mold, you get the right side of the flowers. And I'm just layering my flowers with some greenery. Again, just thinking about how it's going to look on the other side and trying to get a nice, even arrangement. And once I'm happy with how my flowers are looking, I'll go ahead and cover that up and let this layer cure completely. Moving right along, after that first layer is nice and solid and cured, I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of my mold. So I've mixed up 100 milliliters of resin here, and I'll be splitting that into half because I do want to make this little tray two-toned. So I'll be using Pinata colors in their Blanco, just their white color, and adding some of that to my resin along with some Arteza mica powder. And I'm just stirring that really thoroughly to make sure that it's really well incorporated. And when you're mixing your colors and your resin in general, you really want to make sure that you're scraping the sides and the bottom of your container as well. And then for my black side, I'll be using Arteza mica powder in their space gray. Again, just adding that to my resin and giving it a good mix. Especially with the mica powder, I find that sometimes you can get little chunks of pigment, so just really making sure that that's thoroughly incorporated. Again, hitting it with the heat gun before moving on. And then here I'm just carefully making a line in the center, or roughly the center of my mold, and pouring in some of my black. I'm not going to pour in all of the black because I don't want it to spread too much. So I'm going to go ahead and start counteracting that with the white at the top. And then I'll just be adding a little bit more black and a little bit more white until my container is completely full. And when I'm adding the additional black, I'm starting on the outer edge that's furthest away from the white because I don't want the two colors to mix too much. And after the mold is completely full, I'll go ahead and hit it with the heat gun one more time before covering it up for the night again to let it cure completely. And after the piece is completely cured, it's nice and hard, let's go ahead and pop it out of the mold and just see how it turned out. Personally, I absolutely love how this turned out. I'll definitely be making more to list on my Etsy, which is fragilebeings.com if you want to check it out. It's a great way to support my art and this channel. So now I'm just taking my rotary tool and I'm using it to sand off a little bit of a lip that formed on the underside of this piece. So just sanding that down a little bit before finishing it up. And again, if you're interested in any of the tools that I used to make this project, I will have everything linked down below in the description. And then finally, to finish this project, I'll be using 4 of these little rubber bumpers just to put on the back side, just like this. Alright, and that is it for me this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it informative. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions or if you'd like to see this technique again in different colors. As always, thank you so much for being here, and if you do like my videos, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're really close to hitting 2,000 subscribers, and I really hope and think that we can build a really nice community of creative people here on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here, especially if you made it all the way to the end of the video. And if you did make it to the end of the video, leave me some sort of food emoji in the comments to confuse anybody who hasn't made it this far. I hope that this video inspires you to make something of your own today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!